Almost heaven frozen over. A wintry night in the West Virginia mountains, already feisty as Oklahoma and West Virginia collide here in Morgantown. Welcome to ESPN Saturday Night Football on ABC, presented by Walmart. In a game with playoff implications. Oklahoma ranked number 9, West Virginia hungry for a breakout win, ranked at number 14. Already, Oklahoma State took care of TCU in the Big 12 today. They handed West Virginia its only loss. They will collide with Oklahoma in 2 weeks in Norman. That'll be for the conference championship if Oklahoma can escape this upset trap tonight in West Virginia. And welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Samantha Ponder will join us on a wintry night here in Morgantown. Already, it has been feisty, Kirk. You were on the field pregame. This is what happened as the Sooners made their way over to that Mountaineer logo, began to jump up and down, and the guys in blue did not like it.
No, there's a little bit of history here going back to even last year when Oklahoma and West Virginia got together. Look at this. I mean, it was a melee. These guys are getting obviously after one another. I was down the field before this, and you could see some of the wide receivers from West Virginia kind of jawing at the Oklahoma defensive backs. Baker Mayfield at the end of that trying to say, hey, let's just go out and play ball. But yeah, emotions are high. There's a lot at stake for both these teams. What are they saying? The biggest home game here in Morgantown in what, 23
years?
Yeah, so this is a big-time game tonight.
You saw Mayfield in the middle of all that. He's going to be in the middle of the Oklahoma offense. After the 1-2 start, when he struggled a bit, he's been playing at an extraordinary level since then.
I would say in the last 7 weeks, he's probably playing as well as any quarterback in the country. And the one benefit that he has is they have such balance. I mean, they can run the football, and it sets up a lot of opportunities to be able to throw. This is Samaje Perine, one of the best backs in the country, who is now healthy. And if you're going to play back with 2 safeties, you're going to get a large dose of number 32 and number 25 running the football. Now, the great thing is when he starts to get going, the safeties start to get down into the box, and that opens up play action opportunities. And here's D.D. Westbrook, who's playing the last 7 weeks as well as any receiver in the country, especially on the vertical throw downfield. So Oklahoma comes in tonight. They feel very good about kind of their three-headed monster, that they can run the football to try to get a very aggressive West Virginia defense up into the box and then try to give the ball to Baker Mayfield and let him do what he does.
Aggressive, undersized defense, but somehow they're in the top 20 in the country in scoring defense. Mountaineers offense, meanwhile, this is not a typical Holgorsen offense, is it? He's not a patient guy, but they're having to grind away with the running game, try to create big plays.
And interesting, talking to him this week, he said a couple years ago, he said everybody's running the air raid in the Big 12. We decided to become more physical, run the football, and that's what they're able to do. Last year, they were over 200 yards a game. That's what they're doing this year because they have a veteran offensive line. Look at the continuity up front. Look at the blocking. Look how they open it up for their backs, and they've got a trio of backs themselves to be able to be physical, and it takes some of the pressure off of their quarterback, Skyler Howard. What I've watched this week with film is how well he does at using his eyes, looking off coverage to come back and throw the other way. He'll have opportunities tonight against an Oklahoma defense that has struggled to defend the pass. So if they get their physical running game going early, especially with the weather, look for Skyler Howard, and we'll kind of monitor the way he's able to move the safeties and try to hit a very talented group of wide receivers for some big plays.
Yeah, Howard kind of symbolizes West Virginia. He's been told his whole life he's not good enough. And he helped engineer an upset as the snowflakes fly. It is windy, it is wintry, it is feisty. The Sooners and the Mountaineers in the place the locals say is almost heaven. Should be fun tonight in Morgantown.
The Nissan pregame rush with Stan Verrett, Mac Brown, and Mark May is next after this message and a word from our ABC stations.